Hello everybody. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I just thought I'd come on tonight. I want to talk about a couple things. I hear there's rumors about Fred Hill and his polygraph and all this stuff. I don't know if Fred has anything to do with this. I have no idea. With Summer Wells' disappearance, Summer Wells is missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. She's been missing for 2 years, a 5-year-old girl. She has blonde hair, blue eyes. Her head was shaved when she went missing. If you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. So anyways, you guys, I don't know if Fred Hill, because he seems to make up some stories, so I have no idea. We'll see if anything pans out from that, but we haven't heard anything if, that has anything to do with anything. At least I haven't heard. Maybe you guys heard something. You can fill me in. I just want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you and your comments. I love them all. And so thank you so much. You guys, my theory of what happened to Summer Wells has pretty much remained the same. And I just want to show you a picture, pause it there, and talk about that for a minute, okay? Hold on here. I don't know if I left it up here. No, I didn't. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if you can see this picture really good. But this is the back way. It's down by the bottom of the property in the shed. And this is the other driveway, okay? I truly believe that Don came up the back way here and he cut across the yard and he was at the house and took her out that way. He did not take her out the other way at the end of the driveway. I don't believe that for a minute. I believe Don came home early from work. Either Candace called him to come home and take Summer, or he was waiting in that basement. He could have been doing that, but he took that way out. And Cher has this video on Voices Behind the Wall when he drives the property and stuff. You can go watch his ride home. I posted it earlier on another video that I did early on. But this, I truly believe with all my heart that this was the way that he came up and took Summer. That Don Wells took Summer off that property. Maybe Candace knows. Maybe she don't. I have no idea. But, that's just been my feeling inside all along, okay? So, yeah, this is, I believe he came this way. I really do. And it's down by his shed, and see, I truly believe that. Okay, so this is called Summer Wells' Father Retraces His Steps, Tours, and Shed. Voices Behind the Wall. So, what I want to talk to you about, though, is something else here, okay? Yeah. Let me see if I can go back to my library, because I know I saved it to watch later. But yeah, you guys, I thought this was really crazy, suspicious, and I think you need to hear it, but I hope you'll pass it along to the people that need to hear this, like Don, Miss Daisy, different people. So I just want you to hear this for a little bit. I gotta find the button here. Okay.
You heard me talk about the Bernstein Advantage hundreds, maybe thousands of times. But all you really need...
Okay, hold on. What the heck's going on here? Okay, hold on. I think it's very important. I think it's important for some people to hear. And I'm not really gonna show you the video, but I want you to listen to this. And I want you to listen close, okay? To what she's saying over here. Okay? So let's get ready to play it.
I'm listening back and they can be like, hey, sure, that's fucked up. Whoa, right there. So, yeah. All right, let's go back.
Well, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember exactly, but until TBI reminded me, that it was 6:30 when we called, because that's what.
So that's always weird too. Let me rewind.
6:30 exactly.
He was always stuck on that 5. He was always stuck on 5:30, always, and that's weird to me because that's the time in his that 5:30 time is the one he always slips on. Always on everybody's channel. He said 5:30 so many fucking times, and everyone is out around him. The puppet masters are all saying 6:30, 6:30, 6:30.
I think that's why there was a big issue when you said you thought.
I don't know.
Yeah, they should be able to track everything that happened that day. I think that's why there was a big issue when you said you thought it could have been 5:30. Can you clarify that?
Well, I think it's 5:30 because I think that's when they took Summer out of there. And that's why he remembers it at 5:30. I believe that's when the time happened. And then they called 911 at 6:30. So let me just go on here.
5:30? Is that when you thought Candace called you? Or is that when you thought you got home?
Well, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember exactly, but until TBI reminded me, that it was 6:30 when we called, because that's what the 911 said. It was 6:30 exactly. And
When Evil entered, I'd love to panel up sometime soon with you and go over some of this stuff. If you would like.
I have a feeling it happened at 5:30. And, when you think about it, that gives them a whole hour to do something. And I do believe in all the CPS stuff and Don saying the case was closed. Case workers do not come to your house to close a protective service case. You would get a formal letter in the mail and from their office telling you that. But they do not come there for that. I truly believe they were coming to take Summer away. And, who knows, or they wanted to look at her. And Don got rid of her. I don't know if it was for drugs. I don't know if it was for money. But I do believe that he did something with her. I bet he does love her. I bet he does miss her, but not enough to, deal with this. I don't think so. That's just my personal opinions. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but that's my suspicions. So let's just listen some more.
On your platform, my platform, both our platforms, whatever. But yeah, I would, if you're interested, would you please email me and put your name in the subject for me? Because I'd love to have a panel of a couple of us.
Okay, hold on. Just moving along.
We agreed on much, I don't think, but I still valued we could all do together.
Like verifying you were at work. I'm sure the police have done that, and people saying that they couldn't verify that, this seems weird to me, because all the people you talk to and everything, I mean, if the police had just talked to them, they'd say yeah, which they probably did. Like, it's probably just all rumors and speculations.
Yeah, because law enforcement, I checked again today, they say, yes, everybody is a suspect, but they said that everything that we have all come up with on social media, that they have already looked into those. There is no person of interest, okay? I feel like I should repeat that even. There is no persons of interest.
Keep listening.
Bullshit. I want everyone to know right now, and I'm saying this right now, I said that shit, and it was making me die inside, because I don't believe that they are not persons of interest. Reason why? As y'all know, I've personally been on the phone. I know that like Bullhorn Betty and all them will like to say they're the only ones that talk to law. No, not true. I mean, that's definitely not true. The head agent on the case at one point told me that as long as I was comfortable, I should keep on talking.
Hear that?
My question to that woman was, I don't like that he just started bringing up a lot of drugs and a big amount of money. You know, here's this recording for you. What should I do from here? Do you want me to stop all contact with him? Just leave this alone? Do you want me to keep him talking? Is this something like, I don't want to harm anything. I want to be helpful. That's what I said. And she said, you can keep him talking if you are comfortable. And I said, well, I don't know how comfortable I am right now with the large sum of money being talked about and large amounts of drugs. I said, I'll think about it. And if I'm comfortable, I'll keep doing what I'm doing and I'll report whatever. And that's what it was. If they were not persons of interest, that was the moment where they could have said, thank you for sending in whatever, or not even thank you. You know, we got what you sent in. Appreciate it. Like, we don't need your help on this. Because I specifically said, do you want me to do this? Like, I want to be helpful, not harmful, right? That was the time to tell me to butt out. But that's not what I was told to do.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So, incriminating Don, I'm not sure what people are trying to do.
Unique.
We just need a villain.
Yeah, and to say that you were hiding in the shed and then point out into the past.
Oh yeah, because you hid from
Because you hid,
police
because you had a
once.
warrant.
Okay,
Well,
hold on.
I actually don't think that Don was hiding in.
Okay, hold on.
Expired cop went to the Wells house, who was invited.
Talking about Chris there. Hold on.
talk about the whole knee situation and who got
In the knee. Hold on.
So me and Jose is getting into it, and but he OR'd me, and so we worked it out, and
Hold on. Sorry.
And placement plan for those boys to be around them. That's giving me a little bit of hope, and I think it should give y'all some hope too, because again, I'll say
Hold on. Sorry about that.
but yeah, ridiculous. Listening to this man all over again is it's honestly just, it's ridiculous. And I don't care who thinks what, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I feel the same, if not even more so, that these two definitely, they got a whole lot more information that they are not telling anyone, which includes law enforcement. Shit, last we heard, it was Ronnie Lawson saying they stopped cooperating. Have we heard that they've been cooperating since that statement, because I haven't heard nothing about that. I feel like I would have heard that for sure if that was switched and now they are cooperating. I know Don says DCS stole his kids. They haven't been charged with anything. They need the boys back. But again, there's a very little word that's a very big deal, which is yet. There has been no charges yet. You can go back to another case I was up close and personal to. I was in the area and I worked with a family member. But Jacob Wetterling, if y'all know that case, if you don't, give that a Google. 12 years before Jacob Wetterling's murderer and sexual torturer was finally arrested and brought to justice for what he did to Jacob Wetterling and other little boys. 12 years. So just because there's no charges yet, do not mean that they aren't coming. And what I'm seeing, that now there's zero communication and placement plan for those boys to be around them, that's giving me a little bit of hope. And I think it should give y'all some hope too, because again, I'll say it again. The situation I went through and all the hell I went through, I was older, damaged goods, like I said, systems overran. They did place me again with my mom. Even then, it wasn't until I said I wanted to be done with things, were visits completely done and visitations and all contact done, cut. But that's what's happening here now. Did the boys ask for that? Is the system saying hell no because now they've got more information that just isn't public yet, that these two are not safe to have their children back? So maybe, I hope, that's what I can hope anyway.
So at any time, did you ever put your hands on, push out of the way, move on?
He was staying, I believe, like in a camper, either on his dad's property or his sister's property, I believe. Cursed with curiosity. I'm not 100%, but I'm sure that will come up as we re-listen through things again.
By the way, Grandma.
No, she was outside. I'm gonna try to get this. I broke.
Okay, now let me rewind this. This is where we're talking about the whole incident, the Jose fight, Grandma getting her knee hurt, right? Okay, so let me rewind this and shut up again. I'm sorry. But this gets weird for me.
My camera. It was a misunderstanding. But there was miscommunication. You know, we didn't she thought I was partying. No, I was just trying to get ready to go. I was at my sister's party, but I wasn't partying. You know, so it was a misunderstanding. But we worked it out and we forgive each other, and that was that. Pretty much.
So at any time, did you ever put your hands on, push out of the way, move out of the way, Grandma?
No, she was outside. I'm gonna try to get this. I broke my camera. I apologize. That might be a little.
Okay, so hold on. I gotta move past this just a little bit. Oh, here we go. Now we gotta have a commercial.
I'm currently in a long distance. Me then are kind of hitting me now, so this is a forever roller coaster, and this is why I get discouraged of talking about it, honestly, because it seems we get nowhere and we just get, perhaps we're getting just a little, like a hair closer every time, maybe. I don't know, I hope. Bunch of runaround. I don't know why YouTube hardly ever gives me notifications of you being live. They're always...
Hold on.
I'll know that. And it just felt to me almost like, yeah, we were sought out to deal with this situation because they want to look like they're doing something for summer, but they could have been all over the place and been a lot more. We got Tim Mullen specifically saying he didn't want them all over the TV and on higher stage of media. They wanted to keep it to YouTube. Tim Mullins talks about how he was cutting down trees listening to the YouTubians. What the fuck? Like, oh yeah, for sure, this, in my opinion, was definitely a staged production. I stand by it. Some people ask me yesterday, do I still believe that, we were being watched as creators before? Yes, I do believe some of us were, not sure which ones, but it does very much still to this day make me feel that yes, because remember very early on, Don wanted me to set up some $1 million fake confession.
Yeah, isn't that
It's
something?
always been a production with this, right? Don got beat up by the cops and got sent to Quantico. What the fuck? Like, it was only a dull moment for the last couple months of Don's incarceration. That's it. When it looks like, they probably stuck Robin with babysitting Candace to
Hold
keep her
on.
quiet.
And can you explain, were your wife and her?
Hey, Term, your phone broke.
It's everything, but so I guess I don't know how this Jose got involved or how he ended up there. He come from New York and
Gotta get past Jose.
Not allowed contact with any of her grandkids from what Rosemarie Bly's ex-husband
Grandis.
came in. He was in. He didn't panel up, but he's been in my chat a few times answering questions.
She's not allowed around any of the
Grandis is not allowed
grandkids.
contact. And I don't think he really said too much reason why, just that no, she's not allowed contact with any of her grandkids. And that is true with Summer's brothers as well. I know for a fact because but through private, calls with family. Like I remember the one day, like Grandis was pissed she wasn't allowed to see him, and she had to be outside, and Don was all like, she's upset because Candace is on the phone with the boys and she's not allowed or whatever, so she has to stay outside or whatever. So yeah, Grandis was not allowed contact with the boys when they were taken either. And so that's two different states where she's not allowed contact with her grandchildren. She's not allowed it in Wisconsin, and she's not allowed it in Tennessee. Interesting, right?
So that's why she's not around.
I don't know why that is either, because there's none of that's public, and maybe she shared with other people why that is. I really don't know. So, that's where I'll leave that.
Okay, now everyone wants to know the lie detector test.
Timmy Ayo! Hey, boo.
Okay, I think we know about the lie detector test. I want to go a little bit farther.
Hawkins County, I guess, and I told them what the situation, that our little girl's not there. And then after that, I got back on Messenger and called her and talked to her through the whole trip. I think it was 30 minutes. I'm not sure, but like 30 minutes I was able to talk to her on Messenger all the way there, and she was in her mother's truck driving everywhere looking for her frantically around our house. So when I get there, I'm still on Messenger with her, and she's still not found 30 minutes later. So I drove directly to the bottom property and all the way down to the creek. And I see my three boys together down by the creek over on this side. And then on the left of me is my neighbor walking around. And my heart sunk right then and there. And I knew she was gone.
Which neighbor? Jody Sue? Was it Jody Sue? Was it Fred? Frank? Don? Was it Jody? Was it Andy? Which neighbor?
It's Jody Sue with the boys.
Saw my three boys down there with the neighbor. I know a specific neighbor that has a YouTube channel that talks about how she had met the boys down by the creek, right? Right? Talked to the boys down by the creek, right? So, hey.
I knew something happened. I knew something, something. So I drove back out of there, went to the top of the house, and there wasn't no police there yet, I don't believe. There might have been a car too. I just can't remember for sure because everything just, happens. I don't know, but
there might
have been a cop or two there. I just
don't
not remember for It seems like there might have been. But after that, you know, all these trucks and trailers with four-wheelers and stuff started pouring in, the police, and they actually blocked or bottlenecked Beach Creek and Ben Hill Road. You couldn't get out or in or nothing. It was a nightmare.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know. I don't know, but I finally convinced them that I got out and went. I'm wearing out my truck, but I'm pretty hard.
Hold on.
Either I tried to pull it up, zoom it in, and I couldn't really tell, to be honest with you. You know.
Pulled over then, not when you were driving home to get to Kansas.
Yes. Yeah, I was in Kansas, and there was nothing out there. You know.
He's talking about getting pulled over then. Hold on.
Right, so I don't have all that on my channel. So, you know, it wasn't Simon's case. You don't see that same energy.
Hold on.
Like that airplane ride, I don't know if y'all seen that. We done the drywall in that airplane
I
hangar.
want to get past this. I need to get past this. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Already. I think Jose told a lot of lies, but I also. I want to get through interviews and stuff before we.
Okay, I missed it. It's all the way to the front of this, I think. They're going to talk about the red truck that was in the driveway that day. And Don clearly states that it was the morning that Summer went missing.
People everywhere are recommending GoodRx.
My neighbor showed me the app. Tell me to save on my kids' allergy pills.
GoodRx can.
What's that right there? Yes.
So the police were there June 15th early.
Hold on. Okay, let's get to it. We're almost there.
Sorry, that was that morning you left for work that happened with the four-wheeler in there?
Yes.
So the police were there June 15th early in the morning then.
Yeah, they just showed up because somebody else called the law.
Wow. Well, you already know what I'm thinking, but we can't say it on this, so wow.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck did dude just say? I mean, hey Heidi, was the red truck right here? Oh, that's been my belief, honestly, all along. I think there was a red truck stuck in the ditch at some point. Don't know why they took pictures of it, but perhaps to use it in a bigger plan and production, if you will. They probably thought, hey, we can use this. You know, we got pictures, there was a red truck stuck in the ditch from not this area. We've got that, right? Hey, Sonia. Don is quite the storyteller. I feel like some shady shit up that hill in the sheriff department. Me too. Thank you, Tennessee Misty, but I disagree. But okay, let's continue on. But you could see my face then. I was like, motherfucker. Like, I knew he was. But this isn't the first time the truck keeps coming up, because you can tell it bothers me throughout the interview. So you'll hear as we keep rewinding that I ask him, Mark asks him several times throughout the years, and he slips up a few times and says, and yeah, he does end up self-editing when he knows he fucked up sometimes.
Well, you already know what I'm thinking, but we can't say it on this, so wow. Interesting. Huh, okay. Well, just for funsies and to give the people a laugh, were you hiding in that shed when Chris did the interview with his wife?
Okay. So I just want to talk about this for a minute. As you can see, Cher is not a supporter of Don and Candace during this phase of her life in her YouTube. In the Summer Wells case, she was not a fan. At the time that she's recording the video and showing her tapes and her records of her and Don's conversation, she was totally a defender of Don's. And then during this phase, she was not a defender of Don's. So, but I just want to tell you that actually, I think Cher thinks, and this is not to say terrible things about her, but I think Cher thinks that if she solves this case, if she can get Don talking enough, that he'll tell her what happened, and then she'll be able to try to solve Summer's case by, she's being all friendly with him right now. I don't believe she'll solve this, and I don't believe Don Wells will tell her anything. I believe these people have been criminals for long enough to know how to keep a straight face, how to lie, even though they don't do very good at lying, let me tell you. But isn't it interesting that on that day that Summer Wells went missing? Isn't it interesting that that happened that day and Don had to take pictures of it, right? It seems like it was pretty early in the morning that he went out. Didn't it seem like, I thought he said that he left early in the morning that day. And this was going on outside of his house. So, I just find it strange, don't you, that happened the day that Summer Wells goes missing. I really do. And also, that the police were out there that day. And I also find it interesting that Cher is reporting every conversation, every recording. So Don, I don't know what you're thinking, but obviously Cher, she admits it, that she is sending everything you say to the TBI. So, and, I suppose you could say, well, don't tell everybody that she's doing that. Well, I don't think she's working for the TBI. I think she made it and put it upon herself to decide that she was going to keep sending them information. So, and she believed Tim Mullins is pretty nasty too, and I do too, and I think the police need to investigate Tim Mullins. That's my opinion. This all seems pretty shady, and I do agree with what Cher said, that at that time that Don, that this is a production. She's always believed this is a production. I mean, look at him wanting to have a pay-per-view confession where he confesses to this. If that isn't a red flag, I don't know what is. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting, and that you should go back and listen to these old things. But I also find it very interesting about the time frame. I find it interesting that that truck was there that day, and that she is recording everything and sending it over to the TBI. You guys, I was watching The Lab because Josh, he was talking about the letter that Tim Mullen put in the paper, and it was, or whatever, it was all over Google, I guess. But he was discussing that, and someone in the comments during the live chat, you can go back and look, the person's name was Nice Marie, and she said, good luck, Tim, because I reported to TBI, so be ready, because something about the basement. She reported about the basement. So if anybody knows, and knows niece Marie, and she can help us to understand what this is about. Let us know so we know what's going on. But yeah, whatever it is, I'm curious to find out. I really hope that the TBI will get some breakthroughs. Pray that TBI gets tips and breakthroughs, because that's what we need in the Summer Wells case. But anyways, I do think Don Wells took Summer out of there, in my opinion. I do believe, and this is my opinion, that they had to hide what was going on with Summer Wells. That she couldn't be seen or she couldn't be taken by CPS, because then they might be charged with something. And I was listening to Carl from Enchanted Life Path, and I think you should go over there and listen, because he shared the video where she's saying he's trying to rape her, he's always trying to hurt Summer, and she's talking to the 911, and I didn't think it was 911, but it was. And the police were on their way. So I just want to tell all these people who say, oh, well, things like this couldn't happen. Well, yes, they can. And we have no idea the background of this family and how many times protective services were called and what all went on in that home. I mean, I heard someone say the other day, well, you know, CPS, they wouldn't know. I mean, we don't have any reports, they said, from CPS about such and such and this and that. Well, no, none of us have the CPS reports. None of us do. And none of us know the background of those poor little kids. And I don't know what Tim Mullins is trying to do to fight with CPS. But CPS is not going to give those kids back to the boys. I mean, to the parents. Those boys back to the parents. There's no way, and they don't want to go be with them anyways. And Tim is only digging himself deeper because he looks really bad doing stuff like this. But hey, you know, to each his own. If he wants to knock himself out doing that, go right ahead. And you know, White Boy Radio's over there. He's ready to, he's on the counterattack for anything anybody talks about. You know, he's got to try to debunk it. But he's just a convict from prison who, you know, sympathizes with other convicts. Unless maybe, perhaps, White Boy Radio could be a snitch too. You know, he was in prison. Maybe he's got a snitch on Don. Strange that he got involved in this case too. A lot of people. So, Donnie better watch himself and Candace, because they never know who they're talking to. And I think one of them better break pretty soon and go talk to the police, because there's some serious trouble coming down the road for them too, the parents, and I believe that. So anyways, you guys, that's all I have for you tonight. I wanted to tell you what I thought, my theory, and I also wanted to talk to you about this. So I hope everybody has a good night and good rest of the week. I love you guys. I just appreciate you so much for the comments, for being here. I'm really getting up there. I'm like 800 and some subscribers. I'm so excited because my only goal is to reach 1,000. I never planned on getting a bunch of subscribers, but I thought it would be cool to at least get 1,000 subscribers. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm very excited. I don't really want to be popular on YouTube, you know. That's not my goal. I wanted to come on here just to share my thoughts on Summer Wells, because she has won my heart. I mean, she's a precious little girl, and I'd like to see her found, you know, because there's so many missing children. So, anyways, you guys, keep up the good work. Keep searching. Keep digging. Maybe you can find something. And if anybody knows anything else that's going on, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. All right. Good night, you guys. Bye.